I don't try to equalize in terms of content or inches or number of stories. I try to be fair and in that way be equal. But one candidate may say things that are far more newsworthy than the other. So I'm not reluctant to give that candidate more attention, more inches, and more play.
Okay, so it comes down to content more than anything.
Yeah, I look at news, what's newsworthy, and I'm not going to try to balance if one side is not very newsworthy. I hope both sides get a clear opportunity to state their case, but one side may have more to say. Well, I don't know how to answer that, Alex. I try to approach it without preconceived ideas on either the candidate or positions. To be honest, I vote, so in the end I make a personal decision, but I think I've been fairly successful in keeping that out of the reporting. And occasionally I will ask candidates on both sides, tell me, have I been fair? I give them an opportunity to be critical if they want to be. And I'd rather initiate that myself because they may be reluctant to do so out of some fear that maybe that would be negative for them. I don't think of any offhand. I wonder. Offhand, I do not think of any. Yeah, that's an interesting challenge. Figures can be pretty boring, but you got to find the ones that are important and emphasize those. Help me a little bit. Am I answering what you asked?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, in budget stories, you can turn off the reader really fast if you don't find things that are important and make them practical in terms of people's lives. So I think a budget story is always a challenge for a reporter. I think in general terms, they can make an effective judgment on something that impacts them. And if you stop and think, virtually every member of the legislature is a taxpayer who is making decisions that impact him or her. And that's especially true, I think, of rural senators who have to make decisions all the time on state aid that affects their property taxes. So yeah, I think people can separate that, and it requires somebody having judgment to do so. Well, it has sure changed things. Now you want to be first on Twitter, not first tomorrow morning. Huge change. On the whole, I think it's good. I think you get more information. Of course, a lot of things that go on instantly online may not be true, so people have to filter out that information and pursue it. The second tweet or the second report may be the accurate story. So I think, as always, readers and users of online content have to be responsible on the receiving end, as well as people who are putting the information out there. I think the responsibility is shared. Well, it's changed a lot, and some people in newspapers aren't comfortable with that. I am. I'm happy to go along with the change. newspapers are not going to be as dominant. That has occurred. And so I think we need to be smart about getting online and not only being accurate and first, but providing interesting content that people are willing to spend a little time with. I think one of the problems online is we all want instant communication, and the challenge is to get people to dig deeper, and that requires their willingness to use some time to do so. So I'm comfortable with the change.